Hey y'all, hello. It's me, Jacqueline Twillie, hopping into my favorite Facebook group, the Power Banking Facebook group, to give you a live free pop-up training. So today is all about money moves for 2020, how to put yourself in a position to negotiate what you're worth, to make moves to move into 6 and 7 figure salary clubs. So for those of you who are watching the replay, this replay will be live until today at 8 p.m. and then it will move into the Money Moves membership group, which the replay will only be $9.99. So go ahead and watch it now. Invite your friends to the Facebook group so they can catch it while it's free. Otherwise, go ahead and go to bit.ly/moneymoves2020 to watch the replay. So let me grab my notes for y'all today. A couple of things that we're going to cover. How do you increase your confidence so that you can ask for more? What does executive presence have to do with money moves in 2020? And then what steps do you need to take today to put yourself in a position to enter 6 and 7 figure salary earning clubs? So if you have any questions while we're on the live today, go ahead, pop your questions in. I will not stop this live training until I answer all of your questions. So go ahead and pop your questions in. Even if you're watching the replay, send your questions in and I will make sure I answer those for you. So first things first, we are 12 days into a brand new decade. So what steps have you taken to increase your money in 2020? Do you know what your current market rate is, and are you earning at the market rate, below the market rate, or above the market rate? That's the first step that you need to find out. So go back to the last live video in the Power Banking Facebook group and watch that, because I break down all of the steps that you need to take to understand the market rate. So you need to know where you are in order to move forward in 2020 to make money moves. So how do you increase your confidence? One of the things that I tell all of my clients to do is to get comfortable accepting compliments. A lot of women downplay their compliments. So when they hear someone tell them, thank you for doing this, or you look nice, or that was really good, they downplay it. They'll say, oh, no big deal, you don't have to thank me, oh, I got this from that store. Just all these things that push us into a zone of being little and shrinking. So what you need to do is to start in 2020 accepting compliments by saying, thank you for recognizing that. I really pride myself in doing well on this, or I accept that compliment, thanks so much. Just those simple phrases are a game changer in terms of owning your value. When you own your value, you teach other people how to respect you as well. So those are the simple steps to increase your confidence. Now, the next thing that I want to talk to you all about is how do you increase your executive presence, and what does that have to do with negotiation? Give me a second. I got to get some more coffee. All right. So executive presence is what some people call like a je ne sais quoi. That some people have it, some people don't. I don't believe that. I believe executive presence is a skill just like any other skill, and anyone can learn it. It's about how you show up in a room, whether it's virtual or in real life. So are you showing up as your most confident self, which goes back to how do you increase your confidence? So when you're walking into a meeting, whether it's a virtual meeting or an in-person meeting, what are the things that help you feel most confident? Is it knowing the information? Is it wearing your favorite outfit? Is it going in, knowing the agenda, and knowing what you're going to say? It can be a variety of factors. The key here in executive presence is whenever you are in a meeting, whether it's in real life or virtual, that you are putting yourself in a position to be the most confident version of yourself. Now, there are some simple things you can do to help you be prepared for a meeting. One, asking for the agenda, or if there is no agenda, what are the things we're going to cover? and then you can do your research so that you are well versed on those areas. If it's a matter of your appearance, wear your favorite outfit, your favorite pair of shoes, your favorite thing, put your hair in your favorite style so that when you walk in, you're feeling very confident. And so these small, simple things that you do, they increase your executive presence. When you walk in a room feeling confident, other people feel your confidence, and as a leader, they take you more serious. These are the things that you need to do to make money moves in 2020. Because when it's time for you to come up for a promotion or raise, or you're interviewing for a new job, it's part in what you say, part what your resume says, but also in part it's how you show up in that room. So the third thing that I want to tell you in terms of money moves is your negotiation skills. You have to be prepared to ask for what you want. If you don't ask, you will not get it, period. It's very, very slim that people want something, they don't ask for it, and they get it. So you have to get comfortable asking for what you want. So I have another simple tip for you to do to help you prepare to ask for what you want. Call your cell phone provider, your car insurance, your homeowner's insurance, renter's insurance, doesn't matter, whatever recurring bill that you have. Call them and say, am I getting the best rate? That's it. That is a simple negotiation. Remember, from all of the trainings that I've taught you, negotiation is a conversation, it's not a battle. So when you ask that question, am I getting the best rate? Simply pause, wait for them to respond, and then you'll know what your next step is. So those are the three things that I wanted to cover with you today. Again, if you have any questions, go ahead and type them in the chat box. I will not stop this live until I answer all of your questions. But to recap what I covered today, ways to increase your confidence so that you can ask for more, what is executive presence and what that has to do with money moves in 2020, and then the negotiation steps that you have to take to make money moves in 2020. So if you want more information, you want to go in detail with these trainings, head over to my membership group. It's at bit.ly/moneymoves2020. And for $24 a month, you get unlimited access to all of my courses and trainings. And I'm always adding new things to those courses. So just enroll for $24 a month. You'll get instant access to all of the trainings there. And in the coming weeks, I will be adding more trainings. So I know for sure I'm adding 4 more trainings before this month ends. So I have a couple of questions coming through. Cheryl asked, after asking, what should the next step be? Okay, so after you ask for what you want to make sure that you pause and you listen to the response. The pause is very strategic, it's very powerful. So when you get a response, count to 104 in your head, just like this. 101, 102, 103, 104. It's gonna seem like forever, and it's going to be awkward, and that's the point. What you're gonna do is you're going to force the other person to want to fill that awkward gap. So they're gonna say something. And then your next step beyond that is to ask an expanding question. Now, in my trainings, I teach you that expanding questions are open-ended questions, questions that cannot be answered with a simple yes or no. So, for example, you can say, oh, can you explain to me how that works? Or, what can we do to reach an agreement? Or, what can we do to get me the best rate? Those are open-ended questions, expansive questions, questions that cannot be answered with a simple yes or no. So once you get that information, you can say something like this, thanks for this, let me think about it, I'm going to get back with you. And that will give you a chance to go back to the table, to think about what your next move is, and then you get back to them, you re-strategize. Now, in my book, Don't Leave Money on the Table, Negotiation Strategies, what I do is I give you a 5-part framework that you can use in any negotiation. That 5-part framework is this. L, look at the details. A, anticipate challenges. T, think about your walk-away point. The second T, talk it through. And then your last step, E, is evaluate your options. So that's what you do next. So that book, Don't Leave Money on the Table, is available on Amazon. If you have Kindle Prime, you get access to that book totally free, okay? So you want to check out that book too, because that is a great resource and companion to any of my trainings. Do we have any other questions before I wrap up today? So tomorrow, I will be dropping a new episode of the Power Banking Podcast. You don't want to miss that. Wherever you listen to podcasts at, head over to your podcast app, type in Power Banking, and subscribe so you can get our latest episodes straight when they're released. All right. So again, my name is Jacqueline Twillie. I am president at zerogap.co. You can find me on all of the social media places, Jacqueline Twillie. I am so excited that you are a member of this private Facebook group, Power Banking, and I love to hop in and give y'all free trainings. So, someone asked, what was that book again? It is Don't Leave Money on the Table, Negotiation Strategies. You can type in that book on Google. It'll come up. My name is Jacqueline Twillie. Get it wherever books are sold at your favorite book place. And in 2020, we will also be releasing the audio book. So again, the name of that book, to answer your question, is Don't Leave Money on the Table, Negotiation Strategies by Jacqueline Twillie. Thank y'all for joining me for this live training today. I love popping into y'all. As you can see, it is a Sunday and I am at the office at the Zero Gap headquarters in downtown Dallas. And I just love y'all, love hopping into this and doing free trainings with y'all. So invite your friends to the Facebook group so they can catch another training, because in 2020, we are all making smart money moves. Until next time, continue to emulate excellence and eliminate excuses.